Hello. After the release of the 200 years Wing Chun Evolutions YouTube, I have many emails, and that led me to today's to share with you on how to get the most out of the Shing Tao in the beginning level. Okay. So let's go through this, and hopefully after you watch this YouTube, you can get the most out of your Shing Tao practice. Okay. And of course, this is just a beginner level, but it is intended to cover the most important things so that you'll be able to get the benefits of from the Shing Tao. Okay. Now, before we go through the Shing Tao details, first we need to know the prerequisites of the Chinese martial art culture or the martial art technology. Okay, so we need to know the 6 core elements of the Chinese martial arts, which is also the core of the Wing Chun, or the core of the Shing Tao. Okay, so number 1, the key element is the body, physical body. Second is mind. The third is breathing. The fourth is qi flow or energy flow in the body. The fifth is jing or force flow or force trajectory. Okay. The sixth is momentum. Okay. Because we are human, we have a physical body here, so we move, we have momentum. So the 6 things is the basic of the Chinese martial arts. Okay. Notice that here I don't want to use the term internal or external whatever, because for me a lot of those are just marketing stuff. Okay. We want to talk about the 6 elements. We don't want to talk about anybody can define their own terms such as the internal or so forth, so forth. Okay. Another thing I like to mention is this. Qi is a type of energy. It is not spiritual stuff. It is energy in your body which you can develop. Qi is like you eat food. The energy from food, there's food energy. You're breathing, you have energy from the oxygen, from your breathing, there is a breathing energy. Qi is a different type of energy. Okay? Do it that way is better. Don't get into those spiritual or whatever it is where we don't even know what we are talking about sometimes. Okay? Now, jing is force flow, force vector, or force trajectory. Nothing mysterious. Okay? And don't fall into the trap of thinking that if you get jing, you can file jing, you can do this, you can do that. No. Jing is not the ultimate or something. Okay? I have met a lot of grandmasters who know how to use jing, but none of them is God-like. Okay? So, jing is just a manipulation of force vector. It's not come out from thin air out of the blue. Okay? Momentum need force to support. Momentum can support force. Okay? So jing support momentum, momentum can support jing, back and forth and so forth. So all these 6 elements are really scientific stuff. It is nothing to do with you just go there doing something or saying some mantra 1,000 times and then something suddenly appear from thin air. No, it's not like that. Everything has a cause and effect. It is a physical world deal. It is not something out of this ring. Okay? This is very important because we are going to develop something. Okay? Now, Shing Tao, since ancient time, the Yikam 1850 to 1890 of the snake crane records have 5 parts. We break into 5 parts. And all these 5 parts have its purpose. So when you train the Shing Tao, it's just not mimic this and mimic that, and then after a while, some magic happens. No, it is not. It is by design very scientific, and it is very specific to develop the skill or the kung fu or the body conditioning or certain thing. Okay. So 5 parts. And so let's go through the 5 parts. The first part is the Yiji Kaomyong Ma parts. Okay? In the Yiji Kaomyong Ma parts, the first thing you need to know is the body has to be loose. Okay? However, loose itself is not enough. It has to be a certain type of loose. When you loose the body, it has to be loose from the feet up to the shoulder and to the hand, not up down. Okay? So loose, we have to know that when we stand in the Yiji Kaomyong Ma, when we loose, we have to loose from legs to the ankle, to the knee, to the hip joint, to the shoulder, out, not reverse side. That is the loose, need to be done. You need to loose all the joints of the body, okay? And the reason for that is because you want to build or develop a dynamic, flexible structure. For example, the rattan. It's like a rattan, springy. It is not to build a wooden stakes. It is not. Okay? So whatever we do in the Yiji Kaomyong Ma, the stance, it has to be loose upward. Every joint loose up. And another thing too, because the feet, the ankle, and the knee is actually the junction between the body and the ground, the earth. That part is the junctions of how force travel, action and reaction force traveling or passing through your body. So that knee, ankle, and feet, that area, if we lock that area up, we just cut off the transmission line. Okay. So in this stance, loose. Okay, loose, down up, from bottom up, so that your joints, all of your joints are in the loose and natural states. Okay, that is the bottom line of the building up or develop a dynamic structure. Okay, and if you want deep style, you can go deeper style, more detail. You can go to my YKT and watch it from there. You know, when I talk about structure, stakes, standing stakes, or the rack, or those kind of stuff. Okay, so that has to be developed in the loose. The second thing you need to do is when you stand there, you need to count your breathing. Every exhale you count as 1, 2, 3, 4. You need to count at least for 21 times or 40 times or something like that. Okay? Why do you need to do this? Counting breathing is actually quieting down the mind. When the mind quieting down, meaning automatically the awareness is full. Awareness and focus is not using something to force it to happen, but instead it is by quieting down the mind by dropping the thoughts. And the best way to do it is to counting the breathing. Stand there quietly counting 1 every exhale, 2, the next exhale, 3, you count it. You feel settled and so forth. Okay? So that is going to develop your mind, and when the mind is settled down, your breathing automatically will settle down. And when the breathing settles down, only then qi, the qi layer, the qi part of the training will surface. There is no way to jump gun from physical, really stress and so forth, and right away going to the qi and feeling sensation and everything. A lot of those things, and most of it are bogus. Okay, just try to create a mind, some hallucinations or something like that, or some sensation. So that is not the problem. Okay. So now this first part of Shing Tao, 5 part. This first part of Shing Tao is 一级康龙嘛. After you open that 一级康龙嘛, you make sure you loose from the ground up. Loose every joint. Second, you're counting your breathing. So this first part develop the basic of the body, the basic of the mind, breathing. Okay, these 3 core basic of the 6 elements, it developed there. Okay, and only after this develop, the qi parts will surface. In the meantime, since we are beginner, don't worry about that qi stuff. When you do this, it indirectly already cultivating, developing the qi part. Okay? So that's the first part. Structures and so forth has come from here. Okay? And how do you want to train it until? What is a milestone? Well, I stand there. Practically, the body will turn into very lightweight, and one can practically sleep there, like the what do you call it? The dreamless sleep. Okay, one can reach that state. Okay, it is a state one reaching. It's not a manipulations of knowing something by knowledge and then manipulate your body. It's not. It's entering a state. The state of the whole body is loose. Every joint is loose up, and the body is very optimizedly structured. And then the mind quiet down, settle. The breathing settle, breathing get deeper and deeper. The qi shows up. Okay, so that's about state. This is what people develop in the first part. Now, okay, one other thing I forgot to mention is also because of this, the connection to the ground. Because of the loose, the connections of the ground is developed. I don't want to use the words rooting. Okay, I want to use this connection. This is the junction, because rooting can mean a lot of things. Okay, now I want to use the term junction because if you look at this from the knee down to the ground, that part is the junction between the body and the ground. So force have to travel there. If that part jam up, it's like a water pipe which is jam up, get in trouble. Okay? And for how to get force down to the ground and so forth, get that part proper, then it will be easy. So don't worry about this rooting, no rooting and so forth. And in fact, if you try to climb that part, the knee and so forth, you end up jamming up that transmission line or the water pipe. How the heck are we going to get the rooting? You cannot play with the action and reaction force. Okay? Now, that's the first part.